September 27th. Numbers breaking down to a 7. Hitting up divine restraint. Hitting a chord with something pretty intense. That's the all-knowing. Really lagged about how I was presenting it. Really pacing myself, right? Well, let's speed it up. There are limitless miracles always at work. We're created for a reason. There's a power that knows our purpose or end design. We were created there at the very end, knowing that that was where we needed to be. Time is of no regard when this is happening. And then we put you at the start. This all-knowing power that understands how this all puzzle moves and shifts uniquely in its own symphony and fractaling out and inners to make everything that should not win or move forward do. That thing is frustrated when you don't want to do it, but there's a divine restraint it puts on itself that's a loving grace. It's a father's unconditional love, regardless how long it takes for this little thing that we got individually or here to align with what it is. So there's miracles abounding when you can calm down in the chaos and know that there are little windows of time to restrain yourself from giving out the answer or pushing down the answer or dragging them to what ought to be the next. I had an awesome experience to do that this morning. Number is a 7. Breakdown of the number. Let's go. Focus on thyself. React, and the reactions, the hip reaction you have to all pieces of your whole. Seek to understand the different mechanisms that create you. Know that this and that the one that you are, you're in connection with, it should be tied to your outer world and your inner relationship. Feel the connection between and within, which is presented externally. This is your outer inner. This is knowing you're divine aligned with your next movement. Knowing that you will, regardless, get to your end goal. There's a frustration whether you're going to take the scenic route or fucking excel in quantum leaping to success. Alright. Feel the connection between those. Your understanding as your understanding, how this all plays out. Sometimes there's lag in between manifestation or things that click in here that you saw. Sometimes all this that's going on means nothing, and you just need to keep trekking because this is just all of it clicking into a line. So, understand that you can choose to develop yourself into a person you want. Harness the purity of every ounce of energy within you and adapt it externally to yourself using your power in your right now scenario. Come to see how you can be an archetype for yourself. This is knowing that you have several different archetypes or realms, seats at the table in your helm. You can be the king, you can be the jester, you can be the intellectual, you can be the magician, you can be the knight, you can be the warrior, all sorts of shit. You could be the dragon. Understand that you're in control, and those are just different points of view around what you're doing in the 3D realm. So if you analyze that around the table, it helps you between the two realms. With this 7 we're talking about for today, your ego coming to see what's going on in the mind, it helps you rise above duality, encompassing all without one black and white operation. What aspects align best with your person is asking harder questions of your future and what aligns, and then moving forward understanding that yourself, once navigating along this path, will be able to help others around you. And that is being able to pause in between frustration. That's being able to jump or hyper link inner feelings with this outer problem, pull it up, pause the fucking world, and come back to it without reaction or without like demand. It's a divine restraint to be able to fucking pause, look at your thing around the table without ego. It's a source of reflection. You can use it as a whole nother like escape room to look at something and then make a sound call to action or response instead of a reaction. So hit it up. 27, divine restraint. Last on devotion, since I got cut off, this is part 2. Think of love shown in this. Comfort my waiting, loving, longing heart by claiming my help, guidance, and miracle working powers. That's the divine waiting. That's the salvation within. All of us have it. All of us have the connection to it. Utilize it. Understand how the mind works. So the masterpiece out here we all share can be shared at its highest calling, at its highest form of existence, rising above the mind and seeking alignment with your higher self. That's the one that's connected to all, which is a beautiful thing. Take advantage of it. Rise to greatness.